All right. What's up? What's good? What's going on? Welcome back to the War Zone once again. Here we are with UFC Fight Night Vegas 41. Paulo Costa against Marvin Vettori. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some predictions and brief breakdowns, working our way from the prelims all the way up to the main card. All right, let's get it. So, in the first fight, we have men's bantamweight division. Jonathan Martinez against Zviad Lazishvili. So, this is a tough fight to call. I'm going to go with Lazishvili, but Martinez can truly win this fight. I wouldn't be mad if individuals took the underdog in this fight. Martinez, definitely a good underdog for the bettors. Another thing, Martinez, he moves very well. He's really hard to take down because he moves so well. He's dangerous on the feet. And however, I believe that Lazishvili can catch up with him. I'm going to say mid-second round, third round. I believe he can figure out Jonathan Martinez, get to him, take him down, get some ground and pound in, and pull out a decision win. So, I'm going to go with Lazishvili by decision, 29-28. All right, moving on up the card. We've got women's strawweight division. We've got Livinha Souza against Randa Markos. Wow. Randa Markos, if you look at her record, she's 10-12-1. However, she's fought against much better competition than Souza. This girl's been around. She does have wins over Carla Esparza. However, I'm gonna have to go with the younger fighter, Livinha Souza. I think that Souza is much stronger. She has better grappling, and she has definitely more power than Markos. I see her taking Markos down in the second and third round with some serious grounding pound. I wouldn't be surprised if this fight was stopped at some point. However, I'm gonna go with Souza by decision, 29-28. All right, moving on. Next up, men's flyweight division. Jeff Molina against Daniel Lacerda. Wow. This is another fight that's really close. It could go either way. But I'm going to go with Molina. I like his work ethic in the ring. This fight is definitely no walk in the park for either fighter. I just think Lacerda has to pace himself in his debut. This is the debut for Lacerda. Once again, Molina does have a solid fight game, man. He's been known to turn up in the later rounds. However, we've got to keep in mind that Lacerda has serious KO power, jiu-jitsu, and he switches stances like it's nothing. Just for a quick note, Lacerda has ended 11 of his 12 fights in the first round. However, I'm going to go with Molina because I believe Molina gets through the first round and pulls out a decision win, 29-28. All right, next up, men's lightweight division. We've got Khama against Herbert. I'm going to have to go with Jai Herbert in this fight. Khama worthy, I think he's taking way too much damage in his career with all of the KO losses. Jai Herbert is much better, has decent takedown defense. He does have the height and the reach advantage in this one. He does have KO power. So I don't look for this one to last too long. I look for Jai Herbert to catch Khama worthy on his suspect chin in the second round. So I got Jai Herbert by second round TKO. All right, next up, men's middleweight division. We have Jamie Pickett against Laureano Staropoli. This is an easy pick for me. I'm gonna go with Laureano Staropoli. Much better striker on the feet. I look for Jamie Pickett to get desperate after getting pieced up on the feet and try to take Laureano Staropoli down. But Staropoli is he's got decent takedown defense, and I think Jamie Pickett starts to slow down, and Staropoli just continues to piece him up. Wouldn't be surprised if I see a finish in this fight. Jamie Pickett just hasn't shown me much at all. And like I said, Staropoli, to me, has fought the better competition. I think he's a better fighter all around. And so I'm going to have to go with Laureano Staropoli by unanimous decision in this one. All right, next up, we've got Tabatha Ricci against Maria Oliveira. And this is the women's strawweight division. So, I got to go with Oliveira. Tabatha Ricci hasn't beaten anyone for me to have any type of confidence in her in this fight. Oliveira has fought better competition. She's all around better fighter. She's got the height and reach advantage. Like I said, I'm not impressed with Ricci. So I don't understand why Oliveira is a plus 200 underdog in this fight. I gotta go with the underdog. I'm gonna go with Maria Oliveira to get it done. Stronger fighter, much bigger fighter. So, yeah, Maria Oliveira gets it done. This is a good dog pick for anybody who's making bets. I would go with Maria Oliveira by decision. I'm going to say 29-28. All right, next up, men's lightweight division. We have Mason Jones against David Onama. Whoa. This here has the potential for the fight of the night. So, I'm totally impressed by David Onama. This guy is a switch stance fighter. Very agile, very versatile. I mean, he can fight off the front foot, the back foot. Great hands. This guy is exciting to watch. When you get a chance, go and watch some footage on David Onama. However, Jones, he's a bigger fighter. He has great pressure, knows how to cut off the ring. So in this fight, I believe the key for David Onama, he's going to have to pace himself. He's definitely a prospect, man. Onama is that I expect to see big things from in the future. I mean, if this kid is brought up right, he has the ability to become a champion, man. I mean, the guy is really that good. This is a tough fight for him, though. But we will see. Jones is 10-1. He's favored over the 8-0 David Onama. However, this is a good underdog to take for the bettors in David Onama. Once again, I expect a tough fight. Jones will wrestle, but I just don't like his cardio in the later rounds, and Onama can submit you, man. This guy, he's full of surprises, and that's the thing I like about him. However, I'm gonna go with Mason Jones, man, to grind this one out, man, in 3 rounds. But I wouldn't be surprised if David Onama wins this fight. So I'm gonna take Mason Jones 29-28 by decision. Moving on up the card. All right, men's middleweight division. We have Junyong Park against Gregory Rodriguez. I'm going to have to go with Park to edge this one out. Tough fight. Definitely a pick'em fight. However, Gregory Rodriguez, he just hasn't shown me enough dog, man, to pick him, man. I mean, the guy is solid. He's a dangerous fighter. I believe that Park is experienced enough and smart enough to figure out a way to win this fight. I think he's going to have to take Gregory Rodriguez down in order to win this fight. Excuse me, I had some technical difficulties. But anyway, I'm going to go with Junyong Park to pull this one out, man. Close decision. I think he's truly a grinder. But like I said, once again, man, these are a lot of close fights to call tonight. This is a pick'em fight. I'm going to give the edge to Junyong Park because I just think he's fought the better competition. But we'll see. Junyong Park by decision 29-28. All right, next up, men's light heavyweight division. We have Nicolae Negumereanu against Ike Villanueva. I'm going to go with Negumereanu. This was an easy pick for me. I'm not going to spend too much time on this pick. Ike Villanueva has just taken way too much damage in his career, man. This guy's chin is definitely shot at this point. I don't even see him lasting 2 rounds in this fight. So, real quick, man, I'm going to go with Nicolae to finish this fight in the first round. So, I'm going to go with Nicolae Negumereanu by TKO, possibly KO in the first round in this one. All right. So next up, men's welterweight division. We got Francisco Trinaldo against Dwight Grant. Oh, wow. Okay, so slight favorite at -125. Trinaldo over Dwight Grant. This is wow. I'm gonna have to go with Trinaldo in this one. I'm going to have to go with Trinaldo in this one. Dwight Grant, he suffered some serious losses in his career. Just the manner of those. Francisco Trinaldo has as well, but I've noticed in Trinaldo's last 5 fights, he's been very, very competitive. Out of those 5, I think 4 of them he won by decision. I just think he's found a rhythm and a way to win fights. Dwight Grant, I just don't see him putting it together for this type of fight. Trinaldo is a scrapper. Dwight Grant, I think he may be headhunting in this fight a little too much. I don't think he's going to be looking to grapple. So I'm going to have to go with Trinaldo, man, to pull this one out by decision, 29-28. So there you have it. Trinaldo by decision. All right, so next up, men's featherweight division, we have Alex Caceres against Seungwoo Choi. I'm going to have to go with Seungwoo Choi in this one, man. He has a height and reach advantage in this one slightly. Alex Caceres, I mean, he is really a weird fighter, very unorthodox fighter, southpaw. I got to go with Seungwoo Choi, man. I think he's the more balanced fighter. He's the more controlled and the more composed fighter in here. I think he finds ways to offset Alex Caceres. One thing he can't do is, let Alex Caceres come out and do what he does. You know what I mean? He's kind of all over the place. So I think Seungwoo can concentrate enough to get the shots that he's looking for in this fight. And he's going to have to make this an ugly fight. So I'm going to go with Seungwoo Choi by decision, 29-28 over Alex Caceres. Alex Caceres, he will come to fight, so we know it's going to probably be an ugly fight. But once again, Seungwoo Choi by decision. All right. Next up, women's bantamweight division. We got Jessica Rose Clark against Joselyne Edwards. Okay, so let's look at Jessica Rose Clark. She has a really ugly, boring style of fighting. Not very active. It's hard to read her. It's hard to know what Jessica Rose Clark is going to show up. She's been very inactive. She does have wins over Beck Rawlins, Paige Van Zandt, Alpar. However, these aren't very good fighters. So like I said, it's hard to really gauge her. Now, on the other hand, Joselyne Edwards, pressure. This girl will pressure you from the start bell to the end of the fight. She tries to break her opponents. She's a much better striker in this, between these two. Come forward fighter. So I just look for Joselyne Edwards, man, to do more. What she is going to have to do in this fight, she's going to have to defend some takedowns. I think that she can. I think that she's had to be working on her takedown defense. She defends a couple of takedowns, man. I don't see Jessica Rose Clark beating her on the feet. Now, she is a plus 120 underdog. However, I'm going to go with the underdog here, Joselyne Edwards. I think she can pull this fight out. I think she wins the first round and the third round. So, I'm going with Joselyne Edwards by decision, 29-28. All right, next up, men's lightweight division. We've got Grant Dawson against Ricky Glenn. Real quick, easy fight to predict. I'm taking Grant Dawson to dominate this fight. Better all-around fighter. He can strike. I give the striking edge to Ricky Glenn. However, Grant Dawson is a great grappler. I look for him to take Ricky Glenn down with no problem, beat him up on the ground. I see this fight ending in the first round. I see Grant Dawson getting a TKO win from ground and pound in the first round. I just don't think Ricky Glenn has a dog in him. Grant Dawson is a dog, and he's a switch stance fighter. And once again, he's too strong. He's too good all around. So I gotta give it to Grant Dawson. First round TKO. All right. Here we are in the main event of the evening. We have men's middleweight division. Paulo Costa against Marvin Vettori. Neither one of these guys are any strangers to high-level competition and big showcase fights. Now, Paulo Costa, 13-1 against Marvin Vettori, 17-5-1. Both of these guys suffered losses to Israel Adesanya. Marvin Vettori has lost twice. Paulo Costa lost via TKO to Israel Adesanya. However, this is going to be a fight of power versus experience. Marvin Vettori clearly has the better resume. He has fought the better competition. Paulo Costa has power. What I didn't like, what I seen from Paulo Costa against Israel Adesanya, you can see that he was frustrated and he slowed down just enough for Israel Adesanya to catch him. Now, this fight, I believe, will be a little different because both of these guys are fighting for relevance, to stay relevant in this middleweight division. So I expect these guys to come out, and I expect fireworks in this fight. Now, Vettori, I'm going to have to give him the grappling edge. Significant striking definitely goes to Paulo Costa. Like I said, this guy has power, and he can hurt you at any given time. I have seen Marvin Vettori buzz, but at the same time, I've seen Paulo Costa finish. So, tough fight, man, and this is a 5-round fight. Wow. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have to give the edge to Marvin Vettori in this fight. If he can get through the first 2 rounds, which I believe he can, it's gonna be a long night for Paulo Costa. Vettori's been more active than Paulo Costa. But once again, like I said, those first 2 rounds are going to be really dangerous for Marvin Vettori. I think he weathers the storm. I think he gets through there. And as this goes into later rounds, Marvin Vettori, I can see him taking Paulo Costa down. I don't see Paulo Costa taking him down. So, but then again, he's going to have to be careful. He can't gas himself out. Going for takedowns, but at the same time, I just gotta give the edge to Marvin Vettori in this fight. Really good fight. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Paulo Costa wins this fight in the early rounds. But once again, I gotta go with Marvin Vettori via split decision. So 3 rounds to 2 for Vettori. All right, people, that's all I got for you. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the bell icon for notifications. Peace and blessings to you all. And with that, I'm out.